Hi there. Today, I want to talk about how passive aggression can hurt businesses. If you consistently witness work that doesn't align with what was agreed in the last team meeting, this post is for you. Here is a typical scenario. You're with your team trying to solve a business problem and discussing possible solutions. At some point, people in the room will indicate explicit agreement. Some will nod, showing their agreement, usually an indication of conformity rather than explicit agreement. Others will go under the radar. They'll be quiet. Because of the activity in the room, their silence goes unnoticed. They've neither pushed back nor agreed. The meeting concludes with a list of activities and the relevant tasks are assigned to all involved. As the tasks are assigned, the silo conversations and pushback, disagreement and alternative suggestions start to kick in from everyone who wasn't in explicit agreement. You'll likely hear comments like, but it isn't going to work because, or something similar. Some of the team is now focused on finding faults with the agreed solution, rather than how to collaborate on the solution. Ladies and gentlemen, passive aggression has officially entered the room. As time passes, the passive aggression builds. The manager has to expend multifold energy addressing it to convince staff otherwise. And that can be an uphill battle. It is a bigger issue if these meetings are strategic and focused on a major business problem, as the impact of passive aggression can be much more damaging. So here, there are two key questions to ask. Firstly, why do some team members resort to passive aggression in the first place? Secondly, how do you address it as it occurs? To understand why, there are a range of issues to consider, including the history of interpersonal conflicts, people feeling undervalued, or the ego issue, which is my way or the highway. Some might just be timid, which could be self or environmentally induced. Regardless of the reason, the impact remains unchanged. Compromised business outcomes. So how do we handle this? There is a four-step process for identifying and largely eliminating passive aggression in a business. Out of these four steps, here is one that I'm sharing with you today. It is effective discussion facilitation. A key part of running a good meeting is having an unbiased facilitator who observes the level of contribution from each team member. This can only be done by not being consumed with the ideas or suggestions in the room. As they observe, they'll call out for contributions from those who have not been participating or are merely conforming. When there are disagreements, a skilled facilitator will facilitate the conversations toward reaching a consensus, which may be an agreed compromise. They also provide the safety and support for those who are uneasy, timid, or feel undervalued to contribute. A well-facilitated meeting like this will help expose any underlying concerns, differing ideas, and concepts with all present, allowing a collective decision to be made. The team will all feel they've been considered and made part of the decision-making process, significantly reducing passive aggression and the impact on the business outcomes. Unless there is a person internally equipped to assess why passive aggression exists within the organization, understand and implement the four steps to eliminate it, and skillfully facilitate unbiased meetings, the organization would be better served to seek external help to resolve this issue. Hope you find this useful. Suryansh at Founders Go To, guaranteeing business improvement.